The purpose of our time here together today is to talk about the upcoming collection shipping next week. It is next week, right? I think it's Monday. From Club Scrap. It's called Vista. It's absolutely beautiful. The initial inspiration for this collection came from Beth Moran. So Beth, thank you so much for always submitting your awesome kit ideas. Beth spends a lot of time putting together color suggestions, why would be appealing to a huge audience, quote ideas, art ideas. She does a really nice job. Every fall we do reach out to our members and ask them what they're looking for as far as kit themes that they feel would have universal appeal. And this is the result of one of those suggestions. So thank you very much, Beth. I appreciate that about you. And I think you are here with us today. So I see everyone popping in here. I actually can now view the chat flowing in from both the feed that we have on Facebook and on YouTube. I see that Trina is here from Norway. That's awesome. I think you're probably one of the furthest away. Sometimes Hetty joins us from the Netherlands. Oh, shipping day is Friday. Yeah, that's right, Friday. Not Monday, Friday. You know, all the months are running together. So thank you for that correction from Julie and who else? A lot of people mentioned it. Friday, yes, Friday is May 1. Okay, May Day is Friday. Very exciting. So anyway, the purpose of today then, I'm going to show you the Vista page kit, then the Vista card kit. I'll show you my completed page formula I created with the collection. We'll talk about the pops and the cards and all that good stuff. And then I have a few other things to share with you. And as I mentioned at the end, we will talk about our One Love fundraiser. So with a nice crowd here, I think I'm going to go ahead and switch my view for a little while. You're going to see my computer set up here. Let me get that out of the way to reveal our beautiful first look at Vista. Isn't it stunning? I absolutely am in love with these gorgeous prints. And so here we're calling this one the mountain print. You'll get this whole print pack in the page kit along with a number of other things which I'll share with you. So this is the page kit, mountain print. And if you really love the print, it's available separately too while supplies last. And then this one we're calling the cloud print. And what I love about this one is it makes me think of when I'm in an airplane flying away somewhere. And that's always a great feeling, being up in the clouds and all the beautiful colors, or maybe I'm sitting on a beach in Jamaica, for example, watching a gorgeous sunset in a grill. Those are the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. So these are the two prints in the page kit. Now to accompany them, we have some lovely coordinating papers. This one is we're calling it blue, but I almost want to call it blurple. It's in the same family as the red paper that you saw in the stained glass collection. If you remember that, it has that beautiful stippled finish, super heavy 80-pound cardstock. Oh, that just took your breath away. I love that. So yeah, this is really a beautiful shade of blue, or blurple, whatever you want to call it. Then a nice, really deeply saturated black in an 80-pound cover. And then this light orange, and then a really deep, beautiful shade of orange here. So that is the page kit paper. And then we have our photo mats, of course. So you'll get 3 each of the same colors for a dozen. These are trimmed to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 so that you don't have to trim up all of these larger sheets in order to mat your photos. We got you covered there with some nice photo mats. The cut aparts, oh, they're just so stunning. Now, the original vision for Vista was more desert leaning, and I love the idea of having a desert themed kit, but I also felt that it could be a little bit more universally appealing if we kind of focus more on mountains and the outdoors, the general outdoors. So that's the direction we went with some of the image icons of the collection, which I absolutely loved as well. They're just so unique. I loved the spheres. So we've got our sun covered here. Just a lot of really cool look. And then Jacqueline, when she did these cut aparts, and I love this too, she created this torn edge look, you know, to reveal the white core of the paper. And that really just brightened everything up. So we've got these stunning images and then the revealed white core, the torn edges, so much wonderful detail in this. I love the font pairing, a nice bold sans serif here with a beautiful script. Okay, now in the goodie department, we have yet another sheet, and I'm just going to bring it to you kind of pieced out here. Let me set this aside a moment Maybe I'll show you up against the black here. So we have a sheet of printed cut aparts. So, or I'm sorry, printed die cuts rather. And this is how they come together. So you'll be able to separate these out from the parent sheet, just a couple of connecting points. And these are done from really traditional die cutting methods. It's not laser, it's a handmade die, cutting die. We print the paper first and then they line it up and they cut it out. And so this is also available if you want some extras of this. We have an overruns of this as well that you can grab. Some really cool looks can be created on those finished pages with that cool die cut. Other goodies, as we know, Craig always heads up the selection of the ribbon, and we have this really nice black. This is like a cottony fiber and a brand new style that's just newly available to us from our manufacturer. So pretty. And then Craig also knows that this silk ribbon is my absolute favorite. It's not satin. It's even like softer and more luxurious. We got that in a nice bright orange. And then the exact shade of blurple on this beautiful double face satin in that deep blue. Wouldn't you know it, we've also found some tags in the exact colors. These are not paper. They're kind of a shiny. I left this area free on the layouts just for you to add a picture to them. If you're gonna write on them, you would need like a permanent marker or something. And then they also already have installed a large silver eyelet in the tag. And then last but not least, we do have these really cool gems. Just a 6-pack of those. You're going to get 3 of the blurple and 3 of the gold. So that will be all these goodies, of course. If you want more ribbon, if you want more tags or gems or die cuts or whatever, you can get all those things individually. And if you're a member, you can select to have those items shipped with your kit on Friday. May 1st, Friday, May 1st. As you can tell, I'm cleaning up the area here a little bit. So if you are unfamiliar with Club Scrap, you might think, oh, that's cool. But if it comes to my doorstep, I have no idea what I would do with that. Well, many years ago, in 2011 to be exact, we tried to solve that problem for our members who were receiving kits and didn't really know what to do with them. They loved them, but they didn't know what to do with them. So we have created our detailed instructions. This guides you through the trimming of every paper that needs to be trimmed, and then the assembly, with the goal being to not have any waste left over. And for those, I mean, I know there are many of you who don't love reading instructions, so I've solved that by filming a video to go with each collection. So you just grab that QR code, that'll take you to the video, or click on the link right in the instruction download. So if you're not really sure where to find those instructions, I'll just cut back. If you're not sure where to find our instructions, go to our website, and they're all out there. So there's a little tab that says instruction, or resources rather. Click on resources, there's a drop-down menu, and then you find instructions, okay? When you land on that page, the most recent collection will be on the top, and they go way, way back. Now, if you are using a kit that isn't a monthly release, there's a little thing you have to click on that takes you to special releases. I know some of you have had a hard time finding where are the instructions for the Doodles kit or the Midmod kit. Well, that's under special releases. So if you can't find them in the regular monthly kits, go ahead and look in special releases, and they're all there. So, and every one of those has a link to that video right embedded inside in a QR code or something you can click on. Okay, now there's more. Let me show you those pages. Okay, so get rid of this here. I always have a lot of stuff queued up that tells me what's next in the agenda. And you can see right away that I used that really cool die cut on this left side with the black in the background for that cool background. So here we have the gems in use, the torn edge looking cool on the cut apart here. There's that black, it's a deep black tag added with the silky ribbon. And then the other half of that die cut is here. And I want you to show you something I did that's kind of fun. This is me. I had this circle kind of coming off the edge here. It was complete, but I shaved it off. And I put the other half of it right over here on this page. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah, it's right there. It's just lined up literally with the edge of that mat. So that's a little tip. Again, you would see that tip if you watch the video as well, the assembly video. Oh, so I have to tell you, my challenge was I did not want to cover this print at all, but of course we're scrapbookers, we need to do that. So I left some of that gorgeous sunset peeking out in the background. There's my classic film strip style images. The height of these are 3 3/4, and that makes them fit really nice like a film strip. I just can imagine the sun is kind of mid-sky, then at the horizon, then below the horizon. Kind of a cool way to feature a sunset there, maybe. And here is the next pairing, and you can see that bright blue tag over here. On the right, I took that cloud print and I just tore it along a very distinctive cloud line. And I talk more about how I did that in the video as well. And you can see I kind of turned it into a pocket. So I slid the journaling prompt behind it, the photo mat behind it, and the other photo mat behind another layer. Loved that look. Hope you do too. And then finally the pages 7 and 8. So you'll get 8 12 by 12 finished pages, and the spheres like in the artwork here allow me to kind of have a nice anchoring point for the 3 gems here. So you get 3 suns there over on the left. And I love this quote here to wrap it up. Mother Nature has the best box of crayons. There was so little I had to do with this because it's just so stunning, right? Oh, I loved it. Okay, those are the 8 pages. Now let me show you. If you are a member, and you not only save quite a bit on your monthly kit, $8 to be exact, if you are a member, you also get access to this page formula that you can print. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit here. You can print this and keep it. I keep mine in a binder. You can print it at this size or like just to fill the whole paper a little bit larger if for your visual benefit. And this month, I just had you trim 2 sheets of paper to make this cool layout. So if you trim this exactly as described, you'll be able to produce that exactly. It's not like a sketch where it says, oh, something like this. It's very, very specifically done. And I created it, and you can see how cool it turned out. I just finished these pages this morning, and I grabbed these sunset photos from Mackinac City and crossing the Mackinac Island Bridge. And I used my 8x8 grid ruler to hover over this picture, for example, before I cut it, and then also to determine the size of the mat. So the mat here is 2.5 by 4 1/4. Hovered this over that picture I had. I'm like, I can preserve the cool look of the bridge if I crop the picture to 2 1/4 by 4. So I always use this 8x8 grid ruler when I'm finishing my pages. That's the most common use for that. Otherwise, it's really nice to have this ruler too. Like if you want to measure 10 inches from the edge of something, you can use the ruler to give you some inches and add them to another ruler. So I use it as a companion as well. And then I took the scraps, like these little strips that would have been scraps from the pages, and I faked them out and used them as just little tiny journaling prompts for the pages, which I thought turned out really cool. Okay, so that is the page formula. And now I want to move on to the card kit. So I'll swap this out, bring this in. I learned a lot back in the day that you should always have something your camera's looking at. Okay, let me just do this. So here is your text weight print from the card kit. So again, text weight, the purpose of that here is it's fun to have a text weight that you can do more with wrapping and folding and things more easily. And also the text weight just keeps the weight of the card a little bit lighter because I do like to do a lot of layering. Okay, then we have our paper palette that we talked about, the Blurple. It's blue, but I think it has definitely leanings to purple. You'll have to, when you see it, you'll make your opinion of it, but then to each of all the colors in the palette. And then this is by popular request, once again. Thanks, Kat. I'm glad you like that print. Yeah, I love it too. It's just so pretty. And when you trim it up into individual pieces, the effect is really cool as well. Okay, so here we go. I've got these stunning scenes from the design of the collection. And then you can see a reversed text, just a bunch of sentiments that I gathered up. I did include a Father's Day in here for you because that's coming up in June. Just one happy Father's Day. So thankful for you with this. So that way you pick whatever sentiments you want to go onto these gorgeous pieces of art. And I did create a set of 4 happy birthdays with 2 different outer sentiments and then 4 happy birthday inner sentiments, since that tends to be the theme of the card that we need the most. There's also some extra ones in here too. So we've got all kinds of sentiments for you to choose from. That was something a lot of you asked for because the ones that I put in weren't always the ones that you wanted, so now we all get our way. Okay, what else is in that card kit? We've got our, this is a lighter orange taffeta in kind of a 3/8. Then we have a grosgrain edged granulated in the black. And we have 2 yards, a yard of each of these, but then 2 yards of this really beautiful blurple in the grosgrain, really thin, which makes it fun and easy to work with. Let's see, we've got these super cool, we're calling them gold discs. They look like sunshines, but really they're a thin, lightweight sequin, pancake thin. I loved these, and I can't wait to show you what I did with them. And then we have a scoop, I'm just going to call it a scoop, of these, they're like star-shaped sequins and then blue sequins. These are really cool to work with as well. They really do a nice job of just adding little sparkle accent to the kit, to the cards rather, but not without adding a lot of weight or bulk. Then, I love these gold metal charms here. And they are open, which makes a fun potential for ribbon. And again, paper thin, not adding any bulk to anything. Oh, you're not so sure about the card kit print? Well, let me just show you how cool it turned out. But before I do, I just want to remind you that the kit comes with a dozen envelopes and it comes with instructions. So once again, I will guide you through trimming and scoring and assembly of all of these card styles. And there's your QR code to the video, which I had a little snafu. I accidentally started streaming my workshop when I was filming it. Some of you caught that. So some of you already know what's coming in this kit. There I was, like doing my little workshop and you were all watching it. Okay, so here is the first set. Now I saw this cool diamond, a double diamond it's called, double diamond card. And I thought, that's nifty. And when I saw how it was made, I'm like, I think there could be a more efficient approach to this. So that's what I broke down. I didn't come up with this card style, but I hopefully improved upon the assembly of it. And I split that gold disc in half and sandwiched it in between the front panel of the double diamond card. How cool is that, right? So I'll lift that and lift this. Now, when I was passing the card around, no one really knew what to do at this point. So I had Jacqueline add a little open for me so that the recipient can see when they open it, there's yet another layer to be opened. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? Happy birthday's over here. A little older, but a lot more fabulous. That's the double diamond. And of course you'll make 4. And I'm not sure if you can see, like there's the blue sequin. There's a couple of those. It's just real subtle. You kind of have to have it tilted to see that cool star sequin on there. Okay, then by the time you're done with the double diamonds, you're going to want something nice and easy. So on set B, we're going to just have a nice single fold card. And I've added some fun ribbon and also took one of the strips that would have been a scrap, cut a little V into the end of it, and then added some of those stars. Here is my Father's Day card, but again, you can substitute with absolutely anything. You're the best. I put on the inside of this one. Here, I turn this one into an anniversary card because I send a lot of anniversary cards. Here is a sympathy card. And in the instructions, I believe I did share the text that I used on each individual card. Like if you want to know, what did you use there? I want to do the same thing, then you can. Finally, this was like, I had seen a sketch and I loved this look of stacked rectangles. And I thought with the print, the way it has this gradation of color, that we could stack segments of the print in a row of stacked rectangles, and that it could look really cool. And I just love how this turned out. Okay, right? It looks better made into cards. That's the whole idea. And that's why we have those smaller designs. If I would have put larger designs on the print, it just, when you cut it up, it's not going to have that cool effect. So love how these turned out as well. These are the 4 cards that are predetermined to be a birthday, the day you were born, the world got a little bit brighter, or the most extraordinary thing in the world is an ordinary day fully enjoyed. So this one, you could even skip the happy birthday and sub with another sentiment of your choice. Those, I'm calling this the stacked blocks card. And when I saw the sketch, I think it was on a smaller size card, but I made it a 5x7 so all the numbers would compute and spread out perfectly. And I love how it turned out. I think I'm going to make a standalone formula of that. So then the other thing I want to remind you that we do have is our pops. pack of panels. And this particular time, because the sizes do vary, I just want to mention the larger sizes will be the black, the blurple, and the deep orange, and then the lighter orange is going to be slightly smaller. It just kind of depends on the parent sheet of the paper, and so that's what we're dealing with there. You can subscribe to the pops or choose to receive them if you would like. These are great for die cutting, for lengthening the amount of material you can get out of one kit, card making panels, all that fun stuff. Okay, let me just see what is queued up next. This month, we released, in the middle of the month, I just want to remind you that we released a collection called Midmod. So this is the Midmod page kit in its package. That's how we sell it in our lobby shop, or when we see you soon in at the Novi Mega Meet in Novi, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. So the Midmod page kit was released a couple of weeks ago. I'll quick review the pages that Karen completed and how cool they turned out with this fun theme. I love how neutral this theme is. And this is featuring Karen's daughter Emma's home, which was built in 1919. I mean, how perfect is this? And then she's got her grandson and her son, and these pictures taken on April 4th of 2026, because Karen's all caught up with her scrapbooking. And that's her grandson's first birthday party. Again, great for a little guy. How awesome is this? You know, or someone's wearing a shirt that matches the color of the collection. Really fun completion of these Midmod pages. And then right before I went live with this Midmod collection, I took the formula from the, let's see, Boughs of Joy card kit, and I just substituted the papers from this collection along with the round and round stamps, and I cranked out a dozen really cool cards using those stamps, using some of the cut aparts, and made these super fun cards, a dozen cards with Midmod. So I turned the page kit into cards. There is not a separate card kit available in this collection, but you can see how sweet it turned out. Again, using those round and round stamps. I'm not sure if they're still available anymore because they've been on sale, but that's 12 cards. And then I still had a couple papers left over, so I made these little boxes. And this is from the 6 cards in a drawer style theme. And that can hold my cards. How cool is that? One last thing before I go to the Jamaica topic, I want to show you that we made is a new project called the spinning desk organizer. Now, this has a really nice made in America industrial, what do you call that thing that it spins on? Spinner. A little spinny thing, a little lazy Susan. And the outside of this is, I'm gonna try to lean it over, is decorated with the Midmod paper. And then I have all my things in here, like even all my rulers, my staplers, my slot punch, scissors, I've got my scoring tools and bone folders. Everything is in here, all spinnable on my desk. And it comes in 3 different colors that form the inner dividers. You can get it in the folding board black, the gray, or the craft color for your folding board. And I see that Karen just shared the link to the Boughs of Joy card kit instructions for you. So the cool part about this is you can use acrylic paints, you can use any paper that you want from your stash, something maybe that would match your home decor. I've got the one with heartfelt papers here that it's gonna hold all my makeup and brushes, right? A lot of potential here with this project. Maybe you have a teacher in your life that could use a little organizing on their desk. It would make a wonderful and a reasonably priced gift for them. So check out the spinning desk organizer. Okay, let me see, what can I do now? I'm gonna bring my computer back in here. And I want to share something really cool with you that you all participated in. I want to show you, we had let's see, hang on a sec. So we had a collection that we released a while ago called One Love, and it featured our fundraising efforts to provide some hurricane relief for those who suffered in Jamaica after Melissa came through. And I partnered up with a guy named Steve Slepcevic, that's a mouthful, from Strategic Response Partners. And he ended up, the reason I did that is because I really just wanted the funds to go directly to the people who desperately needed it. And Steve connected me with the right people. He had lots of ideas about things that were needed. He really wanted me to go to Jamaica and deliver the funds personally, but this wasn't feasible at this time. I'm just way too busy, although I'd love to go to Jamaica. So he connected me with some great people that he trusts implicitly in Jamaica. And with your help, our group here raised $10,000 with that One Love collection. Sold out in about a month. And so I took 100% of $20 of every kit that we made, all 500, $20 of each kit went to Jamaica Hurricane Relief. So I want to sincerely thank you for participating in those efforts. It was pretty amazing. So what I want to show you is a little project now that we're going to be involved in. This is, if we can see this, this is a church in White House, and this picture was taken before the hurricane came through. Then this is after. And you can see the devastation here. I'm going to go back to the before. It's got an upper level. You see the windows and the roof on the top? And then I'm going to go back to, oops, I'm going to go back to this. This is the after. Complete devastation. They have barely been able to start reconstruction on this building, and so we have played a huge role in making this happen. Now what I'm going to try to do here is play a message that I received from this church.
Good evening, Miss Tricia, Morris, and members of your group. On behalf of the Church of Jesus Christ family, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your most generous financial support towards the renovation of our church building. Your generosity has blessed us immensely and is sincerely appreciated. As pastor of the assembly, I look ahead with excitement because I know God will continue to bless this ministry and many lives will be changed in this community. Once again, thanks much. May God bless you tremendously.
Isn't that amazing? I just thought that message was so beautiful, and I just wanted to be able to share it with all of you because when I received that, I just wept because all of you made that happen and they recognize that. And we just really appreciate you coming alongside of us to do this beautiful thing for this group of people. I know that they're having meetings there weekly just to be able to charge their phones. A lot of people still don't have clean water or power. So we're working on all of that, and you played a part in making such a big difference for them in a direct way. There was no middleman involved in this. I wired the money directly to them, and they are so, so grateful. So I think that's all I have to share with you today. So I hope you like the Vista kit. Oh, there is one other thing, one other important thing I almost forgot to share with you. Okay, let me go back to this scene here. Okay, so I have this printout of a screenshot, and this time you are able to do a one-time only edition of the Midmod kit to your shipment if you're a member. So if you're a member and you go to your subscription area, it shows upcoming orders, details, and then down here it says add to subscription, and they have all these different add-ons. And then this is something you can click on. So click on one time only, and that will bring up the Midmod kit. So if you want to have just that one thing added to your shipment, you can click the one time only, you'll see the Midmod kit, you can add it, and then it will be shipped, and there's no other charge involved, just for the kit itself. So I just wanted to mention that this is an option, and Julie asked me to clarify that for you because this little one time only doesn't look like a button, but it is. So click that, and hopefully that helps. Okay, I think that's everything you need to know. So one time only, if you are a member only. If you're not a member, you won't be able to do that because we don't have anything shipping your way, which is, a great reason to join us here at Club Scrap. We'd love to have you come aboard as a member of the Club Scrap family. We've been around here for almost 27 years, and so once you come, you have to stay. That's my motto. All right, thank you again for joining me today. Thank you to my whole team that's working all over the warehouse and beyond to make these beautiful kits happen every month for all these years. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you soon. Thanks again.